What's up, guys? Got a cool one to show off. We've got a monument style high diff lasered brass Mountaineer dial. We've got it in an antique bronze cerakoted case, SS band clasp, and then we did antique brass for the bezel and crown. So just a slight shift in color there. Gilded handset with a custom painted second sand, and then we backside loomed that Mountaineer. So those are drilled completely through and then loomed on the backside. So it did a solid caseback in antique bronze, lasered out the West Virginia logo there on it. That is the only logos we got on there. Nothing on the crown, nothing on the clasp. Stainless steel movement holder in there, though you cannot see it. And that's the build. I did it in a 710 case, just a little more sleek kind of look for it than those 350s that I normally do. So a little bit different style for them. Says 5 or 6 watches that Pat's got. So adjusted it just a little bit for him. A little bit different style case. And that is the build. Bezel will turn left, turn right. It stays on pretty tight with that Cerakote. Also got a gilded insert here inside the glass. I did not mention that before, but you can see it kind of pop there. Automatic mechanical, so you can wind it, you can wear it, you can put it in a watch winder, but if it's dead or you're not going to be very active, make sure you just wind it just a little bit before you put it on. And how you do that is you back the crown off the threads, and so you hear it and feel it clicking. At that point, you can wind, and a wind is a turn away from you. Turning it towards you doesn't do anything, but it's a lot easier to keep your fingers spacing and just go back and forth. If you do this for 5 or 6 seconds before you put it on, even if you're not very active, you will keep time throughout the day. And if you do it for something closer to 20 seconds, you're going to max out that 31+ hour power reserve on it. You cannot overwind it. You can wind it all day if you like. When you're happy with your winding, pull it to the one and only click, and you can now set your time. It does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 11:14 a.m.
Okay, and it also has a wobble crown that deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement. So when you're pushing and prying on it, you are not putting any adverse pressure on the movement or on the stem. So when you're good, just push it back over, take it out of that wind setting, or that time setting, back to the wind setting, which technically it isn't the wind setting anymore, because once the clutch is engaged, the only way to get back in the wind setting is to screw it all the way back down and back it all the way back out. So just a little side note. So you can go from winding it to setting the time, but you cannot go from setting the time back to winding it. You must re-engage the clutch and screw it back down. So that is the build. As with every build, Pat loves the beads that come with it, though he doesn't wear them. Not sure. We'll get him into wearing them at some point. One day. This is going to come with a West Virginia engraved special edition box. It's going to come with watch clearance is good on all glass and metal parts of this watch as a whole, and then some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It's like a poly watch, and it's for that acrylic glass. You can scratch it, and if you do, put a tiny bit of this on it, buff against it using your included microfiber, and go against the scratch, not with the scratch, and you will get that scratch polished out in 15-20 seconds. Just generate some heat with your thumb and do little swirls on it. If it's real deep, let it dry, come back and do it again, like build up that fill. So that's the build. Hope you love it, man. And if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.